that alone gives you that edge to give more.
Yeah.
See, when you go to a class and the students are ready, and you sense that these students are ready, you are empowered to give more. Sure.
Exactly.
But when you go and the students are
The
seated
place is
on
quiet. Yeah, they are there. Yeah.
it damps your spirit.
Exactly.
Sure.
You know. So, what keeps you motivated, even when things are, getting a little bit tough or tough? What keeps you motivated?
The only thing is, if it's checking the monetary aspect, the salary you get, every teacher will be demotivated.
Exactly. That's number
Yeah,
one.
but
For the salary aspect,
there is one thing that
correct.
sure, that one you'll be demotivated to teach. But
Yeah.
there is one thing. It's about the betterment of the kids.
Yeah.
Yes, we believe that this is what God has given, or the kids is what God has given to us to prepare. So, let me just prepare them well, so that at the end of the day, you will see these kids around and you'll be okay that I did something better when I had the chance. And that's the only thing that is motivating some of us to touch the life of somebody. At least if the person goes and the person pass. Just recently BEC exams that they were to write. Yeah, the kids were happy. At least that alone, the results are not yet out, but that alone gives me some kind of joy that I have done something better.
Yeah.
So that's the motivation. That's all.
Yeah. I think I side with you on that one, especially even in class when you finish teaching and you give an assignment and they're able to do it, or you give them
Sure.
a classwork instantly and you see the results being good. You become happy that, oh, whatever I passed out to them, they've understood it. And I think
Exactly.
that will even motivate you to continue doing what you are doing. But when you finish teaching and you see that, what is going on, or what you poured out is not going well, you'll be sometimes, not happy. But
Sure.
it comes with the work. So you need to strategize and say, okay, maybe I didn't do this well, so let me put it here. So yeah, I think that is
Exactly.
also important. Yeah. And also, my next question is,
Exactly.
what message would you give to policymakers or NGOs about supporting, teachers in rural areas?
I would like to thank Obene Inc. for always supporting teachers in the rural areas. I was impressed when you came with the gift the other time, in our school, because frankly speaking, we were not expecting that from Obene Inc. It's one of these things we are preaching about, for the government or the NGOs to at least support those in the rural areas. At least water, like your water project.
Yeah.
These things are, you may see it to be little, but it goes a long way to help the teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So we are hoping that the government will also give us some incentives, those in the public sector as well as the private sector
Private
as well.
sector. Yeah.
We are doing a good job that we also need to be at least praised. So they shouldn't only concentrate on the public schools, but as well as the private school as well, because the teachers there are also helping a lot. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think what you said is so true, because most private schools in the rural areas are also taking some of the burden from the government. Because for now, I can tell from the public schools I know, most of them are overcrowded. So most parents, when they realize this place is overcrowded, they can't still send their children, so they have to move their children to the private school. So the private schools are also doing their best, to help our education system. So I think I side with what you said, and that is why at Obene, most of our main mission or our main goal is to support teachers. So the water project we did, was it last year? That was a pilot project here. So we are looking to do more. though our organization is young, we are just a baby, we are growing up. So we need to, check the system and see how best we can also support. And as you said earlier also, if you realize most of the help go to the schools, only the schools, but they don't really focus on the teachers.
Exactly.
Yeah, most of the help when any government policy or any non-profit or NGO is trying to help or bring out support, they go straight to the school, but they forget about the teachers, the ones impacting the knowledge to the children. So that's where we come in. Our focus is to help the teachers, and we are gradually getting there. We are, making steps and making plans to, and to do that. And our final question is, we'll continue.
No,
We'll say something.
add up what you said. The teachers are the policy makers in the class or in the school setting.
Yeah.
So if everything goes to the proprietors and the administrators of the school, devoid of the teachers, you are doing harm.
Yeah, because without the teachers,
we can decide.
There's no school. Though
Sure.
the children are also important, but if you have a school and you don't have anyone to teach, then you don't have a school.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you can set the policies right, but the teachers need to implement it. So the teacher can pretend to be doing the job, because the conditions there are not.
Thank you for that word, pretend. Yes, most teachers, that's what they do. They pretend because they know whatever policy frame they've made up is not supporting them. So they just go there and pretend. Yes. Thank you for using that word, pretend.
Yes. So I think they should come down to the teachers' level, because we are the ones on the field. And we know exactly what is going on in the classroom. So if you give us something small without any kind of special motivation, we also pretend to do the job.
Yeah.
And that will go a long way to affect the nation, because we are also nation builders.
Exactly. Because from what I know there are some countries, they don't play with their teachers. Their teachers comes number one. They pay them well, whether you're in the private sector or the government sector. Their pay is very good. They have a lot of incentives, so it's their jobs are really well recognized. But unfortunately, on our part of our world, I think things are changing. But I'm sure it takes time. It's these policies that they are doing. I'm sure with time it will, our teachers are going to. I'm going to. But I know things are better now than let's say 3, 4, 5 years ago. Things are now things are better. Things keeps changing. It's taking shape. Yeah, it's taking shape. We are sure with time it will get better, but we need to fight on. We need to fight on.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So our last question to wrap up this episode is, why do you still choose to show up each day and every day, to your work?
So we show up each day and every day just because of the kids we are training. Yes. Okay. Sometimes I bath, shower, do everything, and I prepare to class with a certain kind of sound and joy in me. The kids are going to meet to impact. That is my main joy of showing up every day. Yeah, because you have people to impact, and these people were given to you by God to train. So if you don't show up, that means that you are also doing a disservice to the kids.
The kids, yeah.
And that wouldn't be the best. So we show up just for the kids.
Yeah. And we can all see the results. I'm sure, personally, I think I've seen about 5 or 6 of my kids I taught way back in high school. Some are done with.
We have to ask. My final words is that as teachers, we have to think more of the kids, because if we focus more on the money we get from the field, we'll always be thinking some way. Yeah. But if our focus is on the kids and the building the kids, I think we'll do a great job. Because as for the money, it's nothing to write home about. As for the money, it's nothing to write home about. But let's be focused more on the kids and their development. And I think we shall reap one day.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm glad you said that, but you know, we should also add it that though we are there to help the kids as well, you know, or to make the lives of the kids, you know, good, you know, to impact into their life, we should also reap our benefits. You know, because I've been hearing those where say teachers, our gift is in heaven. We say then I've been hearing that for a long time, and that is not good. We should also enjoy here now. So once we are ready to impact into the kids, they should also, you know, do the needful. You know, give us something that really, you know, goes well with what we do, our services. And I think that will go a long way because incentives, when you're happy as a teacher, when you're happy, when you go to the classroom, you'll be happy as well. When you know that at the end of the day, what you get is good, your salary, everything is good, your incentives are there. You'll be well motivated to, you know, give more. If you're supposed to be, let's say, give 2 or 3 hours, you'll be willing to do more. So I think what you said is true, but about the money side, you should also work on that. That is also important. You know,
Exactly.
yeah. That's so because they are equally both important. You can't work with one and leave the other. So yeah. So I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity, you know, and also giving us the time. I know today is Sunday. Most people will be busy somewhere, but you took time to, you know, grant this interview with us, and we are grateful for this. And yeah, we are looking forward to a part 2 of that. If there's a part 2, we'll definitely reach out to you and, you know, continue.
Sure. I'm also grateful.
All right. Thank you.